I hope you're having a good day. Here it is Saturday before the first regathering Sunday. Um, I'm nervous as a bug on a hot rock. Uh, I absolutely, it's like a trial sermon. It's weird. Uh, Trying to just kind of calm my spirit. I appreciate your prayers. We surely are looking forward to tomorrow. Um, Praying for Harold B., Sam K., different ones that are facing days ahead. But let me just ask you to consider the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verses 20 and 21 says this: May the God of peace produce in you, through the power of Christ, all that is pleasing to him. Seems like forever ago when I was a kid on Mill Creek in West Virginia. Grandma and Grandpa Frazier had a little farmhouse just across the swinging bridge over Mill Creek. One of the great challenges we had was they didn't have a TV. Actually, if we'd had a TV, the signal would have been terrible. But radio was a big deal. It was a huge deal, especially when the Reds were on. Papa Frazier would come home off the railroad cars and stretch out on the floor, and he'd ask the kids to tune in a certain station. And there were more than one dial. We would try to tune in the transmitter, and it seemed as even if the wind blew, we would lose the signal and static would create chaos. But sometimes, when everything was right, we would tune in the station. Papa Frazier would lay on the floor on his back, put his hands behind his head, and dare us to make a sound. He would listen to every inning, every game, every call. He would close his eyes and be in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was kind of an amazing time because when we looked at that, the transmitter was invisible to us. All we knew is that sometimes if we would tweak the dials just right, we would tune into a strong signal and there would be a room wide celebration. That's what I'm hoping for tomorrow. I'm hoping that you feel the power of the presence of the regathering. I'm hoping that as you come back to church, that you experience the joy of a loving distance, of how much you're missed, loved, valued, and appreciated. And I hope that you hear a clear voice from God. In fact, some days it's been tough over the last 9 or 10 weeks to hear God's voice. I hope that you realize it's been my great desire to help you stay connected. But honestly, God has been speaking. He's trying to break through, even in the midst of all the static. His signal is still clear. Heaven's message is coming in wall to wall, and God's voice is heard. You see, if you can't hear the voice of God, if you're wondering what it takes to know the will of God, sometimes that's derailed by simple disobedience. I would just challenge you tonight, before you lay your head down to sleep, recommit yourself to Christ. Recommit your life toward heaven and pray for those around you that they might know that there is a resurrected Savior. Because even in this calm, after the chaos, God's been speaking all along. The question is, are we listening? I'm thoroughly convinced God's about to do a mighty work among us. Let's show up, stand up, speak up, praise up, and sell out to the power and the presence of God. Thank you for listening. May you have sweet dreams, restful sleep, and may tomorrow be a day of great praise to our living Savior. And amen.